Here comes the warrior.
I'm always on the fence with how my emotions should be going into warrior changes.
Okay, let's check out Colossus. Mountain of Muscle and Scars increased damage dealt by 5% was 4%.
By the way,
yes.
Can we admit how cool that talent sounds?
Yes, I know. It's very, very on the line of we missed something in this game. But it's a 1% buff, so yay. Colossus, damage dealt by demolishes 2 initial strikes increased by 2%. And for Mountain Thane, Thunder Blast, Lightning Strikes, and ground current damage increased by 6%.
Okay,
we're gonna get into the specs.
This is definitely so. I can say a couple of things. First of all,
say things, Flame. Flame is gonna say stuff.
Obviously, Prot Warrior benefits from from all of these changes because it plays both Colossus and Mountain, and it was doing a lot of damage. Prot Warrior is one of the tanks with the most amount of damage. Now it's the tank probably with the most amount of damage.
Yeah.
It was weird that Demolish's first couple of attacks all did almost nothing, and the last one just hit like a truck. So I guess this just brings Demolish's all hits to actually feel like a skill that you're pressing, not just like, okay, when is the end of the channel while the damage hits? All right, that's probably good. Probably also to match, I believe, the damage output of Mountain, although I still feel like overall for protection, Colossus was doing more damage. I don't know for arms, though. For arms, I mean, for both warrior specs, we know that Slayer is the way to go. So I guess updating both Colossus and Mountain for arms and Fury respectively will bring them more in line with their Slayer counterpart, which that's great because we've seen it with DK, we've seen it with Mage, where they just balance the hero talents.
Yep. They're gonna keep on doing that. Let's check out arms. Blade Storm damage reduced by 10%. Huge. Get the fuck out. Get out and never come back. Yeah, that's it. Now come back. It's fine. It's all good. This not. They're not gonna listen, man. Like, arms is gonna need some time.
That was like the only thing that made arms warrior feel arms. I'm pressing my Blade Storm, but.
They I don't know what the hell is happening. Like, they do some developer notes on a couple of these changes. This I don't understand.
Well, I would imagine it was doing a lot of damage, but isn't that what you want? You'd probably only play Blade Storm with
But it's Blade Storm. I would expect to do a lot of damage.
They not only took away a Blade Storm, they're nerfing the one that we have left. I mean, come on, man, you gotta give me some, dude.
All right, but one of the other kings that reigned supreme so far in most of the content is Fury Warrior, and lo and behold, it got nerfed. So all ability damage was reduced by 3%. Blade Storm damage reduced by 10%. Hey, it sounds familiar. Odin's Fury damage reduced by 15%. And for Mountain Thane, do they play Mountain Thane or do they play Slayer?
As far as I've seen, Furies, most of them play
Okay, Strength of the Mountain increases Bloodthirst damage by 20%. It was 15%. Yeah, so there you go. They play Slayer for sure. So Blade Storm, all abilities plus Odin's Fury reduced by 15%. Now, this, once again, was live on Wednesday. We did raid on Wednesday. We have, I think, Jojo is in our guild who plays Fury. And
he's still destroying.
He's still wrecking everything inside. So I don't mind seeing specs like Fury being on top.
That's fine. It's fine.
For sure. I just cannot really see, because I've seen Fury as well in Race to World First compositions.
So here's a problem that I have with these changes, which I could be wrong. From what I understand, some of these numbers are coming from Fury front-loading a lot of damage into ads, because obviously they're taking this raid. There's no Mythic Plus data to base this on. So they're taking this from ads that die very quickly in raid, and most of the Fury's damage in AoE is front-loaded into the first 7 seconds of your rotation, and then it just trails off. Then all of the ads die in about that time. 10 seconds is probably as much as they last. So
hey, I noticed that as an unholy decay. By the time I ramp up my diseases and stuff, everything is dead.
If you keep those ads up for like 20 more seconds, it's likely more specs will close in on Fury, maybe even overtake Fury in terms of overall damage. So my concern is that they're too rash with these nerfs, especially since it's AoE from raid logs, and we end up in a Mythic Plus situation where Fury is just undertuned. I don't know if that's the case. I'm just saying
speculation
that it's a little bit too early to buff AoE abilities for a spec that's doing single target damage. Probably you don't want AoE abilities to trump your single target damage profile, maybe. But as far as I've seen from our Fury Warriors, Crushing Blow is kind of like the biggest one on the meters there when it comes to your damage breakdown.